Good morning, lovely ladies, and welcome to day 4 of the Mindset Challenge. This is me. Today we're going to be talking about fear. Now, fear is a massive thing in our lives. We all have fear, and in fact, we all need fear. Fear is what keeps us alive. Fear allows us to survive, and it's certainly an important part of our emotional makeup. It's something that we all have. The problem is that sometimes we allow fear to be the loudest voice in our head. And when we do that, it can stop us from doing things. It can stop us from becoming successful because every time we try and push the boundaries and step out of our comfort zone, that voice, that fear takes over and we just stop doing it. So what you need to do is you need to have another voice in your head. You need to have a louder voice, a voice that tells you that you feel the fear. It's okay to feel the fear. You acknowledge the fear, but actually that you're not going to choose to let that voice be the loudest voice in your head. You're going to choose a different voice. You're going to choose the voice that says, it's okay, everything will be okay in the end, what's the worst that can happen, and you're going to go for it. So, some people say, well, just get rid of the fear. But you can't get rid of fear. Fear will always be there and you have to acknowledge it. You have to be okay with it. Just embrace it. Just be like, yeah, fear, I know you're there. I acknowledge you. I feel you. But actually, there's another voice in my head that's telling me to go for it. And that is the voice that I'm going to listen to. The long and short of it is really, you have to want something more than you want to listen to the fear. And now, out of all of the emotions that we have, fear and success really clash. It's very rare that you'll see the two working hand in hand. And to have success, you have to listen to something other than the fear, because the fear is going to stop you from doing so many things. So the more we practice being positive, I'm getting a dry throat this morning. So the more we practice being positive, the less that loud the fear will be in your head. It will get quieter and quieter the more you practice it, and the better you'll get at it. So for today's challenge, I'm actually going to give you a couple of options, because I know this subject is huge and it will be impossible for you to identify a fear and to get rid of it all in one day. You're never going to conquer that fear like that. You need to work hard at it. So if you already know of a fear that you have that holds you back and stops you from doing things, it could be something like a fear of rejection, it could be a fear of failure, a fear of speaking in public, or something like a fear of spiders even. Then what I want you to do today is just take one small step to conquer that fear. Think of something that would just be a really small step in the right direction. As I say, I'm not expecting you to conquer your fear today. I'm not expecting you to overcome it. But let's make some positive steps in making that voice in your head a little bit quieter. See if we can create a loud voice that tells you to actually go ahead and do these things. So if you can do that, think of a small step and put it into practice. And then pop onto the group and do a little post and tell us what your fear is and what you've done today that's heading you in the right direction to overcoming it. I can't wait to hear what some of them are. And obviously I know that some of you may have massive fears that is going to be totally impractical for you to try and tackle right now. You can message me if you want to, if it's something that you want to work on one-on-one with me. Or you can choose this other option, which will be a little bit kinder to you. So what I want you to do is, rather than tackle your fear today, I want you to get out there and spread some positivity. So quite often we think things in our heads as we might be on the school run or going to the shops, and we might think something about somebody, but hold it in, and a little bit of fear might stop us from saying it. So what I want you to do today is to get out there and pay compliments to 2 complete strangers. Now, just random strangers that have caught your eye in one way or another, and I want you to give them a genuine compliment. So if you like their hair or their nails or their outfit or something that they've said, something that they're doing, if you're somewhere and you spot somebody doing a really good job, then I want you to get out there, I want you to tell them today. Now, If you're somebody that does this sort of thing as a second nature and you're always talking to random strangers and complimenting them, then we need to make that a little bit more difficult for you today. So please make sure you pick somebody that maybe doesn't look as approachable, somebody that maybe is looking a little bit grumpy, somebody that's in a position of authority. It might be a boss that you've got at work that maybe makes you feel nervous from time to time. And I want you to get out there and I want you to pay them a compliment. And I want you to do it twice, 2 today, please. And then I want you to post it in the group and tell us all about it. Tell us who you complimented, what you said to them, and tell us how it made you feel and what sort of response you got. Now, I'm sure there's going to be some interesting ones, but I promise you, go for it and you will see something a little bit different in your mindset happen today. If you're not planning on leaving the house today, then that's fine. You're not getting out of it. You have all week to get these challenges done. So as long as the task is done by 8 o'clock on Sunday, when I do the live finale, then you'll still be in a chance for winning an amazing prize. So don't worry. So let's go for it. Get out there, enjoy your day. What's the worst that can happen? No, what is the worst that can happen? Actually, nothing. It's going to be amazing. Come back and tell me. Remember, if you're going to post it on Instagram as well, to use the hashtags, and I'll put all of this lovely information in the post to remind you. Get out there and make me proud. Go, 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 go. Bye-bye.